don't hold that. It's not big enough.
Can you hold this one?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Yeah. And also they have crystal in okay. Which picture? Side with this side. Like this? Yeah. Finishing the प्रभु जी उनको स्कैन है नहीं पूछ लो
Scanner come come. Scanner
और
it's not working, is it?
No, I don't think so.
What did you want to do?
नहीं मेरा पासपोर्ट को स्कैनिंग करना था इस पेज को जो है
We can get it done. We have one.
Well, you need the post office, don't you?
Yeah.
Post
उसके घर पर है हमारे 7 मिनट का रास्ता है
Or we could, Arnav, you can take it to Robin Hood Island, and there must be one of the offices there. Actually,
we have a scanner 10 minutes.
We do.
We live 10 minutes.
Yeah, like
this just want to scan printed document. Just scan. Arnav, because it doesn't work. It doesn't work with this.
गुरुदेव
We can make some
Harmonium. I play harmonium.
we play mridanga
Mridanga. Anyone?
I want to learn.
you want to learn you learn to harmonium
I want to learn all of that.
all right
Yeah.
No, we can take it now. And when you go back in.
अब आप mridanga बजाओ
नहीं
something better than nothing
বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর দয়ার সাগর দাসে বৈষ্ণব की जय जय श्री हरि।
Which one? Yesterday we sang very nice, good. Huh? Maybe your daughter will be sing one day. कल क्या कीर्तन की थी आप?
वो आपने अभी किया था ना?
क्या? अच्छा पहले पार्टीशन की पकड़ दिया, तुम्हारे रिप्लेस कर दिया। चलो आप दूसरी पकड़, दूसरी कोई पकड़।
The other harmonia is better, I just changed.
Oh, where?
They brought the other harmonium.
I'll bring it.
Oh,
He will play. You can.
okay.
We need to play a few once.
You play which one? This one?
No, I can bring a new one, but he can play if he wants to.
So you can play Brinanga.
He can play.
So you can play Brinanga.
You come, Prabhu. Player good होना है, player हारमोनियम player करताल पार करें तो बाहर अरे डब्बे पहले को श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु करना था पंचतत्व भज श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद भज श्री कृष्ण
पार करेंगे नैया रे भज कृष्ण कन्हैया
पार करेंगे नैया रे भज कृष्ण कन्हैया
पार करेंगे नैया रे भज कृष्ण कन्हैया
कृष्ण कन्हैया
लगाती हो बेटी के गाओ बेटी के दियो तुम्हारे हाँ और नहीं कर रहा
गोविंद दामोदर
हाँ गोविंद खड़े हो जाओ खड़े हो जाओ हाँ अच्छा है जोर से बोलो गोविंद दामो हाँ जोर से गोविंद दामोदर माधवेति गोविंद दामोदर माधवेति गोविंद दामोदर माधवेति गोविंद दामोदर माधवेति
हमारा जीवन and Gopinath with Gopinath. But that's all. Gopinath, Mamani.
Okay, everybody say songbook Gopinath Mama Nivedana Sura.
Gopinath.
नहीं आ रहा
Hare Krishna. Gopinath. Mamani Vedana Shona.
Gopinath
Mamani Vedana Shona.
Gopinath, Mamani Vedana Shona. Gopinath,
Mamani Vedana Shona.
Ave Vishami Durjana Sakata Shudani
पहले कहो ना गौर कर।
अरे हिंदी बोलो तो मांगे ना हिंदी बोलो। हाँ? कीर्तन आता है कौन सा? Anybody? Did you? No? आप कीर्तन करती हो? आपने? हाँ हाँ। नहीं?
सीख रही हूँ।
सीख रही हो? ये सब सीख करते करते सब सीख चला गया। सीख। बोले मैं सीखूँ बोले। अच्छा थोड़ा भी ज़्यादा बोले जो 10-15 मिनट ज़्यादा बोलो फिर कीर्तन बोलो करेंगे हाँ और कोई है ही माइक जरूर
ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वंशकवचव्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यो च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। I drop my unlimited download pranams to the lotus feet of my spiritual master, the liberation of Mr. Bhagavad Gita, Sri Bhaktivedanta Goswami, Sri Bhaktivedanta Goswami, Sri Swami Prabhupada, Sri Bhaktivedanta Maharaj, all the assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. Please accept my download pranams and being instructed to speak something under the orders of Sri Bhaktivedanta Maharaj, to say something that might purify my heart. Because my heart is so hard and hard-hit, I don't think too much. Maharaj said there's no need to be falsely humble. Or not falsely humble, but not to show too much humility. It's, what to say about. So, we're always in a predicament when we put in front of an audience to say something that is meaningful and valuable to the audience and to improve oneself. So you can understand when a child in a classroom has to stand up in front of a class and speak in front of a class, it's not so easy. Especially when the teacher is listening and knows everything and can pick out the mistakes. So, and then, but Maharaj is very kind and very generous with his chastisement. So he's very kind and very tolerating, because of course he knows so much and he's so experienced, and we are just coming like young children into a kindergarten school situation where the teacher has got a PhD and the children are just like toddlers on their knees and nappies. If you can imagine the scene. And this PhD teacher is trying to teach the children a basic alphabet, or just the first letter of the alphabet, A. And how, even you can imagine your own parents, when you have children, of course, then you teach them the letter A, they go round and round again, A, and you have to repeat the letter A, and then that B, and then C. Eventually you get to 26 letters, and you get, great, the child's done really well, and the parent feels so happy. You know, they've mastered the alphabet, isn't it? You feel that? You get that idea? You're trying to follow what I'm saying here? So it's that kind of situation. Maharaj is watching what kind of babbling sounds that I'm making, and trying to speak some Harikatha, but nothing is coming. So, but we know that we're not this body. So, or we're trying to understand we're not this body. We're trying to understand that on this spiritual path, that we are the soul, we are Atma, in essence. And we can experience that. There's a shloka in Bhagavad Gita that says, Dehinosmin yatha kumaram yovanam jara tatha deham tat prapti dhiras tatra namuyate. So this shloka describes how the embodied soul travels within the body itself and throughout the body into other bodies. Like when you're a child and the child grows up, the soul inside the child is still the same. You can experience that for yourself. You can reflect back to when you were a child, the earliest memories. Your essence has not changed. Your soul has not changed. Your spirit has not changed. Your body has changed. Yes, you've grown up into. Your body has grown up, and yes, your soul has, let's say, soul, or your consciousness has developed. Your humanity has developed. Your kind of awareness has developed. Your sense of purpose or meaning has developed or should develop in a human life. This is the purpose of human life. Yeah? According to our Shastra, it says human life begins when we start to ask this question: who are we? Where have we come from? What is the meaning of life? And where should we go to? And these are the basic principles of spiritual life, this foundation. And then from there we try and understand, yes, there's a creator or a personality. So this personality must have a name, he has a place, an address, he has also relationships, he has family like we do. If we believe in that, we're not impersonalists, we're not Mayavad, we are theists, right? We believe in a personal God. So this is the philosophy. And we're trying to develop a relationship with that God, that personality, whom we've not seen, we don't know, only we've been told about. So there's this leap of faith that we have, or we try and make a connection to that personality that we haven't seen, we don't know about, but we've been told about. Yes? So we have that leap of faith we have to make. And the process is that there's a mantra that is given. And this is where the element of yoga comes in. The understanding of yoga is that we connect, we make a relationship. And the connection, the process is by chanting this mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So the more we chant this mantra, the more we try to make this connection through this mantra, and the more faith that we have, the better chance there is that we will make this connection with this personality that we don't yet know or experience, but we've heard about, that is so wonderful, so nice, so sweet, and so loving. So then our life becomes somewhat more fulfilled, and we feel more content, we feel more happy, we feel more peaceful than where we were before. Yeah? So we were learning stages, and we were struggling and asking questions and trying to understand life and all of its wonderful mysteries, but not getting the answers. So then we have somebody who comes as a teacher, who we call a sadhu, who has realized this knowledge, and then we make some connection, we feel some attraction, we feel that what they're saying has some meaning and some purpose, and that starts to build a relationship. Yeah? So there's a teacher-student relationship that is developing through initial, some destiny, some fate is there, because there are many teachers in our lives that come through. You can imagine in your own lives how many teachers you've had, all sorts of classes, varieties, from being at school, from your own parents to people who train you at work or guide you or supervise you. They're all teachers. They're in particular areas, particular subjects. So we have chosen this path of bhakti. We've chosen the spiritual path. We're looking for a spiritual teacher. We're looking for a spiritual guide. And by some good fortune, unimaginable fortune, as you know yourselves, I don't have to tell you, you're all convinced, you're all here voluntarily, you're not being forced to come. There's some connection, there's a natural attraction. So we're following this path, and we have to step on that path and act on that path quite positively and make endeavors ourselves. Take a lot of time and trouble to make some sacrifices to achieve our goal, which is said to be Krishna Prem. Not only Krishna himself, not the person Krishna, but the love for Krishna. Why not the person? Why the love for the person? So this example is given that if we make friends with somebody who knows somebody who is very famous, it's going to be quicker to meet that famous person than if we try and meet that famous person by ourselves on our own endeavor, trying to meet the queen or the king. It's going to be impossible. But if you know a few ministers on the way, if you know some influential people who can introduce you to the king or queen, it'll be much quicker, much easier, and less trouble. You won't have to go all through the security checks. So this is our good fortune, that we have somebody who is close to our Gurudev, and who's close to Krishna, and close to the associates of Krishna, who knows about them. And we are trying to get their blessing, to make friends with them, so that we can get to our goal. much easier. And it's a very simple process, really. So we're endeavoring for this high goal, Krishna Prem, love for Krishna, that will attract Krishna himself. Yeah? So this is the personification of that love, we understand, is Srimati Radhika. The embodiment of devotion, the embodiment of sacrifice to its highest extent, to the highest peak, is Srimati Radhika. And we are trying to achieve also her service. And through her service, Krishna will be pleased. And by serving him, we please Srimati Radhika. She will ultimately take us to him. But that's not our aim. Really, we want to please the servants of the servant of servant. Das and the das of das. And so we are in that position. We don't have, like we sang in this prayer, I don't have the strength, I don't have the intelligence, I don't have the facilities or the capability or capacity to achieve this highest goal. So I'm praying for mercy from my Srila Gurudev, from the Vaishnavas, to give me that mercy, give me that strength, give me that determination, give me that conviction, give me that stamina to carry on. Every day we do these prayers, we sing the same prayers, we have the same routine, and it's like being in school. You have to go and clock in, or being at work and carry on working, same thing. Same, we have to put the same effort. Sometimes we have to put more effort into this practice than people who do outside, because outside, as they go on holiday, they go on, they have other retreats, they go to the cinema or relax or something, they can escape. But on this path, there's no escape. We have to follow that path, isn't it? We're on that path, and we can't turn back. If we turn back, it's our own misfortune, somehow or another, maybe from offences that we make. If we dishonor any Vaishnava, it is said that this path, we can be taken off the path, we can be derailed. So that's a dangerous position. It's like it's described as the mad elephant offence of criticizing Vaishnava. So we try and pray that we don't do that. Unknowingly, or knowing, especially knowingly, of course. We don't have the intelligence sometimes to discriminate between what is right and what is wrong. And that's why Maharaj is so tolerant. He tolerates so much from us, and from where he's been. I know where he's been, and I know his teachers who's trained him, and so he's trying to pass that on to us. So he's very kind in that way, but he's very patient. I know that as well. So I won't babble anymore. I ask for your blessings and pray to Maharaj. So please keep us inspired under his shelter, and we carry on our bhakti. So thank you very much.
She left before us, but we didn't arrive yet.
Lost.
I don't know, maybe.
I'll call her.
Huh?
I'll call her.
Oh. Who will speak? Another? Judge speak.
I'm not so used to. I can. Maybe 2 minutes.
Stand up.
Stand up. Oh, sorry.
If you stand up, automatically energy will come.
Okay, before speaking, my basis is to speak to Srila Gauranga Swami Maharaj and Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, all the assembled Vaishnavas. I guess some new devotees came today, Ian and Claire, just first time coming to. Actually, they went to the Rath Yatra, ISKCON Rath Yatra, so this is their first experience, but it was nice that we spoke. Some simple babbling was very easy to understand.
I hope it was.
So Maharaj, I think it was last night, or maybe yesterday, quoted one verse, Satam Prasangam Mamaviya Samvido Bhavanti Utkana Rasayana Kata Yat Josanat Abhavaga Vatmani Shraddha Rati Bhakti Anuskriti. So this verse is from, as Maharaj said, is from the Srimad Bhagavatam. It's a verse that Kapila Dev was giving some teaching to his mother. And actually this verse is, how to say, is the glorification of Vaishnavas, of what Vaishnavas do, but also the results of hearing from Vaishnavas, that Vaishnavas, they speak this Vasai, they speak the glories, as Kapila Dev says, the Vaishnavas, they're speaking this Rasayana Katha, this very relishable, sweet Hari Katha, which is like the pastimes of Krishna. And even though we know from Srimad Bhagavatam that all the different leelas of Sri Krishna is there, not just Sri Krishna, but all the different avatars, all the different pastimes, leading up to ultimately the 10th canto, which deals specifically with all the pastimes that Krishna performed 5,000 years ago. So all of these leelas are there, you can read in the Srimad Bhagavatam. However, what is even more sweeter, as the Bhagavatam says, Nigama Kalpa Taro Galitam Phalam, Piva. So what's next? That's the third line, isn't it? What's the second? Sukat Mukat, Amritajas Amritam, Pibata Bhagavatam, Rasam Ayalayam, Mohu Aho, Rasika Bhuvibhavaka. That even though these pastimes, Krishna in the Srimad Bhagavatam is very sweet, however, when the Vaishnavas speaks these words, then they become even more sweeter. Like the example you use is a mango, isn't it? That when which bird is it there? The parrot. That when the mango is already very sweet, but when the parrot bites into the mango, then this mango becomes even more sweet. So therefore so when Vaishnavas speak, just as Srila Gaura Maharaj then used to say, the pure Vaishnavas, they're never a theoretical speaker. Like we can repeat the Leela, the pastimes of Srimad Bhagavatam, and is good, is purifying, and we also will get so much benefit. However, the pure Vaishnava, he is speaking not from this theoretical side, but rather he's a practical speaker, which means that he has some realization of these pastimes. So therefore, when he speaks, then it's almost like Prabhuji was saying, it's like if you're speaking about your children or your near and dear, then it becomes more that person, because he has direct experience with, he can clearly explain about this person, so therefore some moods will come. So this verse from the Bhagavatam, which says that when Vaishnavas speak, then they're speaking this Rasayana Katha, which is very sweet, and also it explains the results of this, what will be the effect of this sadhusanga, that Ashvagandha Vatmani, that automatically the door of liberation opens at this point. That even just from the very first moment that we come in contact with the Vaishnava, the pure devotee of the Lord, then automatically the doors of liberation open, and then sequentially, and Krishnamati, then these things will come. The Shraddha will come, which is the initial faith, and then through practice, then an intense greed and intense attachment will come. This is called Rati, which is a later stage of bhakti, and then finally bhakti itself, like pure bhakti, which means technically is Bhav Bhakti or Prem Bhakti. Then this will how to say, become mine. And all of these stages come simply from hearing about the pastimes of the Lord, from the lotus mouth of the pure Vaishnava. So we are very fortunate that Maharaj is speaking so many years, as Nanda Sutta was saying a few days ago, that so many 21 years that the Maharaj, and I remember the first time when Maharaj came and we were staying across from the ISKCON temple. There were some issues and we had a place directly across, and Maharaj came at the beginning of, that was 1997, that...
The house up?
it was across these little flats across the road. We had the ISKCON temple on one side, and we had these flats. Our Gurudev, Shri Gurudev, he came in 1996 for the first time. Then immediately he's sending Pujapad Maharaj to come. That he had this faith, this trust that within that he will send, just in the same. It's Acharya's house, yeah. But we had different.
First to establish the temple.
Yeah, we had different places there. And the thing, just to finish, the thing I always remember is because at that time Maharaj's, if I'm saying, his English wasn't as good as it is now. So therefore, when he would speak, then it would be just obviously it would be leelas and things, but many shastra, many verses, or just almost like machine gush, just completely just so many verses. And I think the reason why we appreciate Maharaj because of this at that time, because many of us obviously came through Srila Govinda Maharaj, and he similarly, his English was not so, at least initially, not so easy to appreciate, but Shastra. In fact, he would even say that, says when any devotee speaks, then whatever they're speaking, unless they quote from the Shastra, then they're bogus, they're like cheating. So therefore, when Maharaj came, and then he's speaking, and just everything, wow, this personality is so knowledgeable, and actually just gave us so much faith in Srila Gurudev also, because Gurudev of course would speak Shastra, but also very simple Leela Katha. Initially would give this Leela Katha to attract, but then when you saw the followers, the disciples of our Srila Gurudev, and how they would know so much of the Shastra and so many things, then it gave you that realization that yes, that we're in the, because it was a bit awkward at that time, just kind of came across into the Sangha. But then when we saw these personalities, then we had that faith, we had that trust. So I'd say we're fortunate. So I will finish.
Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai, jai jai Shri Radhe, jai jai Shri Radhe. Govinda Bala Hari Gopal Bolo,
Govinda Bolo Hari Gopal
Bolo. ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। नमो वावदन्नाय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णा चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतिसे नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपीश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। ॐ वृन्दावै तुलसी देवै प्रिया वै केशवस्य च कृष्णभक्ति करे देवी सप्तवती। भक्ताविहीना अपराधलज्जयी क्षिप्ताश्च कामादितरङ्गमध्ये कृपामयि त्वां शरणं प्रपन्नं वृन्दे नमस्ते चरणं वृन्दे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दं वृन्दे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दं। भजामि राधां अरविन्दनेत्रां स्मरामि राधां मधुरस्मितास्यां वदामि राधां करुणाभराद्रा ततो मम नास्ति गतिर्नकापि। श्यामसुन्दरशिखाण्डशेखर स्मेरहासमुरली मनोहर राधिकारसितमं कृपानिधे सप्रिया चरणं संविदादशनिर्दिनं विभो प्रार्थये ब्रह्मेन्द्रनन्दन वस्तु मोहन तवाति वल्लभा जन्म जन्मनि मदेश्वरी प्रिया प्राणनाथ विश्वानंदिनी श्रीमुखाब्जरसलोलसटापद नवनीरदाभात् पीताम्बरादुर्नबिम्बफलादृष्टात् पूर्णेन्दुसुन्दरमुखात् अरविन्दनेत्रा कृष्णात् परमतत्त्वा कदाब्जोस्तव विना देवी काकुवरगदगदयद्वाचा चाचनी पत्ते भुवि दण्डवदधुटार्ति अस्य प्रसादमवदस्य जनस्य कृत्वा गन्धर्विके निजगणे गणनां विदेहि अंगस्यामलवीछटामुन्धीकृतेन्द्रीवरं जड्डं जाचुगुरुरुचिषं पट्टम्बरस्य श्रियः Vrindavan Nivasanamidra Saddhamadi Damodaram Radha Skanda Nivesulojjala Bhujang Dhayang Stu Damodaram Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Sri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama First of all, I offer my humble, respectful obeisances unto lotus feet of my Gurupad Padma Nitya Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtutara Satasya Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj and Nitya Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtutara Satasya Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Srila Narayan Goswami Maharaj, and simultaneously offer my humble, respectful Dandavat Pranam. Lotus feet of Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtutara Satasya Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Gauranga Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rakha Siddhar Goswami Bhakti Puri Goswami Maharaj, and all senior devotees and Vaishnava Vaishnavis, and presented all of my respectful guests. So all you very nicely explain about the glories of our scriptures, Ved, Purana, Upanishad. And what is the essence? All our scriptures. Essence of Vedas. Krishna Nam, Govinda Nam. Not other than things. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he told, that Krishna is our dhatu. Dhatu means essence of our life. Because all the words coming from the verbal root, the Sanskrit word that is called dhatu or saptaru. Dhatu means also energy, shakti. If you have no energy in your body, then you cannot walk, you cannot do anything. In the same way, Krishna is the essence of our life. Dharnasmo mudagatayu hiranna eta jan nandanupatya vichitra vesam akarna venu ranitam saha Krishna sara pujadudum brecha panayavo lokoi. Srimad Bhagavatam, Sukdev Goswami Pad told to Parikshit Maharaj about the glories of sound of the flute of Krishna. That is called Venudhani Mahatma. What did he say? Venudhani Mahatma. The glories of sound of the flute. That was powerful, the sound of the flute of Krishna. Everybody completely intoxicated just when they heard the sound of the flute. All the time. Even animals, they are called murkha. Murkha means fool. They have no discrimination power. That is called aviveki. Aviveki means no discrimination. They know what is good, what is good. But even they listen the sound of the flute of Govinda, they are completely intoxicated. So for this regard, in Benugit Sukdev Goswami Pad told, they dhannas mudagato hiranya eta. These deer, their life is successful. Dhanna means successful. Why? Because their life completely, absolutely surrendered to the Sri Krishna. Their body, mind and speech only serve to Krishna. That means what is the essence of our life? What is the essence of life? Essence of life, Krishna Seva, Govinda Seva. Other nothing. What you are looking in this material world, today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, after 100 years, everything you are destroyed. And no one also go with you, because you have come alone. Or you have go also alone. Even your body will not go with you. This is true or not? What you will say to others? Bhajahu re mana Sri Nandana Abhaya Charana Ravinda re Bhajahu re mana Sri Nandana He worshipped Devi Durga, the goddess Durga. Devi Durga.
In whose house also? Not in whose house also?
Singh family. Singh family.
He worshipped whom? समझ में आ रही है? किसको सेवा की थी? आप बताओ, आपका नाम क्या है? नहीं हाँ सुभद्रा सुमंगला कितना सुमंगला है राधा जी के नाम ही तो सुमंगला है जिसके नाम लेने से समस्त मंगल इधर नहीं होते हैं बहुत सुंदर नाम पवित्र नाम सुंदर मंगलम हाँ अरे गुरुदेव जो देते हैं वो सत्ता ही होता है ना सुमंगलम हाँ क्या बोला था गोविंद दास बचपन में से लेकर के आधी उम्र तक 40 साल तक करीब गोविंद दास he worship goddesses Durga many years he worshipped and never he asked to her give me material things. Generally people they worship demigod and demigoddess. Why? Material things. At least my house will be calm and quiet, peacefulness. Everything will be good and money will come. My business will be go very nicely, running very nicely. But Govinda Das, he worshipped goddesses Durga. Never he asked anything. That is called Pahituki Bhakti. causeless devotional service to goddesses Durga. Never ask anything. Many people, they worship many demigoddess. That means not they completely involved to ask anything for. Many also they worship demigod. There is a tradition. That is called family tradition. So now coming in this way, he worshipped goddesses. Many years passed, about 40 years. How many years?
40.
40 साल. Never. कभी कुछ मांगा ही नहीं. He did not ask anything for Devi Durga. One day, certainly Devi Durga herself manifest in the deities and asked Govinda Das, you, I am very pleased, you service. You ask any benediction. That time, Govinda Das, he told, what will give to me? Just I also, many times I also presented to you, if Lord will come, Lord will be asked, what do you want? Then, you don't ask anything. Understand? You ask for things. What do you want? Give me. आप मुझे क्या दे सकते हो? आप मुझे क्या दे सकते हो? अरे बकबक मत करो. आप मुझे क्या दे सकते हो? भगवान के पास मांगना, डायरेक्ट मांगना नहीं चाहिए. हो सकता है भगवान समझ करके आए हैं, मुझे ज्यादा देंगे और मैं कम मांग लिया तो लॉस हो जाएगा ना. Maybe Lord will give me much more. Or if I will ask, maybe I will ask little. इसलिए for this regard of scripture, don't ask Lord. If Lord asks you, what you give to me? So now coming in this way, what do you want to give to me? Then Devi Durga, she told, I can give you dharma, artha, kam. Dharma means religion. Artha means economical development. Or kam means sanskrit. What do you want? I give. But Govinda Das, he told, this is called Tribhaga, dharma, artha, kam. There is Tribhaga. Well, what will do this? Nothing these things. मुट्ठी बंद के आया तू, हाथ पसार के जाएगा. समझ में आया? मुट्ठी बंद के, when we born from the womb of mother, then we close our hands, this way. Or when we give up this body, then our fingers and everything is completely open. What things will take with us? Nothing. We came empty-handed and we also return empty-handed. No one go also with me. Even I will not take one piece of thread and needle. Nothing. Sometimes I told one very laughing story. One sadhu, he came in the house of one Sethji's house. You know Sethji? Rich person. India, Vrindavan, Braj language. Sethji means wealthy man. Lot of wealth of money. So sadhu, very humble, asked to the Sethji, give me one room, I can stay in your house. Then Sethji told, don't worry, I have many houses. You can stay. Eh? Then Serji will, that sadhu told, okay, I will stay one room. But Serji will, no, you can take 2 rooms as much as you like. I am sadhu, I have no need big room. Just small room, I can just lay down when I will tired and take rest. Need one small room. Not big attached bathroom or what is it called? Many things. Big hall, the dining table, dining hall, what is it called? Just I have need one small room. Then Serji opened that room, very small room. After 1 month, then Sadhu told to Serji, I have to go my another place. Then Serji, no, you can stay here. As much as you can stay. But Sadhu told, no, I have to go. But Sadhu told, no, I have to go my next destination. So Sadhu took all his luggage and went coming. Then Serji told, give money. And what is the money? Only 1 month you stay in my house. So you pay rent. Rent? I am Sadhu, I have no 1 penny. How possible to give you? Serji, well, I cannot give anything free. So why do you not tell to first? You told, yeah, you can take. I have many rooms, you can take. Even I told, yeah, I need 1 small room. He told, no, take 2 rooms. And now you're asking money, where will you get money? I have no money. Then Sadhu, no, I'm not giving anything free. Free not in here. You are sadhu or sadhu, this is not my subject. My business, if anybody will stay in my house, have to pay the rent. But how much? Well, Indian money? Not your pound, How much? 10,000. How much?
10,000.
10,000. Then Sadhu will 10 rupees, not my pocket also. How possible to give the 10,000? In my pocket, no? 10 rupees. How possible I give you 10,000 rupees? You have to give. Then Sadhu told, listen, I have nothing to. Well, no, I have to give. Then Sadhu thinking, what will do now? Sadhu very humble told, hey Serji, first you did not tell to me, you give rent. You very politely told to me, oh Sadhu, you are Sadhu, stay in my house. My house will be purified with your the dust of your lotus feet. And now you are asking 10,000 rupees. How possible? Then Serji noticed actual in his bag, no money, nothing. Then Sadhu told, listen, one thing, very carefully listen. Well, what is that? In your life, you committed many sinful activities or maybe pious activities. So for this regard, some months you will go heaven and some months you will go hell. But try to understand this philosophy. When we will die, all will go one place, that's the place of Jam Maharaj. And then Jam Maharaj will be decided. Because Chitragupta is there. All our record is going on there. One day I told, but his name is called Chitragupta. Chitra means is what? Taking the photo. Or Gupta means hidden away. That is called just CCTV. Understand? In the outside of the house, a small this thing, hidden camera, you didn't know. So in the same way, Chitragupta is the clerk of Jam Maharaj. And he wrote everything. Then Jam Maharaj will decide where you will go first, hell or heaven. There will decide. So Sadhu told, so Serji, you remember Serji? Yes, Serji, listen. When you will come in the place of Jam Maharaj, just you show these things. What this? One small thread and also one small needle. Take this. When you will come, I will be also in front of the gate. I will meet with you. Then I will explain everything. Then Jam Maharaj will not allow to you to enter the hell. I will also help to you. Then Sadhu gave him one small thread and needle. Then Jam Maharaj, then Serji thinking, something is better than nothing. The Sadhu did not give me 10,000 rupees, but he gave me one small needle and piece of thread. Okay. Then Sadhu left the house. Then after a few minutes, then Serji's wife, what is called? जानते हो? सेठानी. क्या बोलती है? सेठानी जानते हो? सेठ जी का पत्नी को क्या कहते हैं? सेठानी. And wife of Serji. Sethani, she asked, hey, the sadhu was staying in this room. How much? He paid. But the sadhu did not pay anything, nothing. And 1 month he was staying, and his bill, how much? 10,000. But he did not pay and give this on a small piece of thread and one needle. Then, but what will do this? Then Serji told, Sadhu told me, after my death, when I will go to the place of Jam Maharaj, then I saw to Jam Maharaj, Sadhu came my house and Sadhu gave me this thread and needle. And Sadhu will be with me there also. Then Sadhu help to me, I do not go to the hell. Then Sethani told his husband, क्या बोला? याद है? अरे उल्लू बनाया तुमने. उल्लू समझते हो? हिंदी शब्द बोलता है. Sethani told to his husband that Sadhu made you ullu. Ullu means owl, foolish. Well, why? Call his, how possible? Why the 10,000 rupees? What is the cost of this? One piece of thread and needle. How much cost? Useless, nothing. Not even the 1 penny. That means Sadhu made you ullu. Ullu means foolish. Then said, huh? Is it true? Yes. Then Sadhu again Rani and came and caught to the Sadhu. Hey Sadhu, you made me foolish. My wife told me. You made me ullu. Then Sadhu thinking, oh God, what to do now? Anyhow, he escaped from his house. Now his wife made another problem. So what do you do now? Then Sadhu told, listen, I did not make you ullu. You remember? Ullu means?
Foolish.
Foolish. Actually, Ullu means one kind of bird. Owl. Understand? They are also foolish. Then Sadhu told, actually I did not make you foolish. Ullu. Eh? How possible? I am not the creator. Who is the creator? Brahmaji. Eh? Brahmaji is the creator. I am not creator. So how possible I make you Ullu? Listen to her. Brahmaji is the creator. So how possible I will make you Ullu? Sethji, Sadhu told, you are already Ullu. I did not make you. You are already Ullu. Why? If anyone will die, what things will take? Nothing. So how possible will take this thread? Have you seen someone? No one take anything also. Then Sethji said, oh, this is true also. कोई जब मर जाता है कोई लेकर है कुछ नहीं ले हाथ खाली हाथ में चले जाते हैं ना इसलिए कहते हैं मुट्ठी बन के आया तू हाथ पसार के जाएगा ले ले रे कोई राम का प्यारा आवाज लगाओ गली गली राम नाम के हीरे मोती मैं बिक रहा हूँ गली गली ले ले रे कोई राम का प्यारा आवाज लगाऊं गली गली राम नाम के हीरे मोती मैं बिगड़ाऊं गली गली मुट्ठी बन के आया तू मुट्ठी बन के आया तू हाथ पसार के जाएगा मुट्ठी बन के आया तू हाथ पसार के जाएगा ले रे कोई राम का प्यारा आवाज लगाऊं गली गली ले रे कोई राम का प्यारा आवाज लगाऊं गली गली राम नाम के हीरे मोती राम नाम के हीरे मोती मैं बिखराऊं गली गली मैं बिखराऊं गली गली the Braj traditional song. ब्रजवासी देश में मुट्ठी बन के आया तू हाथ पसार के जाएगा. That means when we born from the womb of mother, that time we also close our fingers. Or when we will give up this body, then we will open our hand. So the मुट्ठी बन के आया तू हाथ पसार के जाएगा. कंचन काया मिट्टी होगी चर्चा होगी गली गली ले ले रे कोई राम का प्यारा आवाज लगाऊं गली गली धन दौलत और माल खजाना या पड़े रह जाएगा. Simple. All your wealth, money, everything what you collect, you have to leave here. And anything not go with you. Nothing. And even your very nice, beautiful, soft body also transfer in ashes or buried in under the ground, then transfer in dust or stool. Nothing. What will? Nothing. That means you have come alone, you have to go alone. So now coming in this way, for this regard Sadhu told, I did not make you Ullu. You already Ullu. Foolish you are. Why are you running behind the money? 10,000 and Sadhu opportunity. क्या बोला Govinda Das. So Govinda Das, and he asked to goddesses Durga, hey Durga Devi, and I don't want dharma, artha, kama. Dharma means, again remind to dharma means religion. Artha means economic development, or kama all kinds of sense. Dharma, artha, kama. I have no need. And so what will give me? Well, we can not give anything. Govinda Das, he told, if you want to give me, then that is called mukti. Then goddesses Durga, she told, this is not in our hand. हम ये नहीं दे सकते. Who will give? Mukti? Mukti dadati jasa iti mukunda. Only Krishna will give. No one can give. And that time, Govinda Das, he told, hey Devi, if you not give mukti, so where will get it? That time goddesses Durga, she told, you serve to Krishna, Govinda. And that time he wrote this verse, Bhajahu re mano Sri Nanda Nandana Ramaya understand? No. Just you're singing, good. Read the meaning. Please. This is very important in our sadhak life. This kirtan. In this song, Govinda Das very nicely and clearly explained what is the essence of our life. Bhajahure mana Srinanda Nandana Abhaya Charana Aravindare.
O mind, worship the lotus feet of Sri Nandan Nandan, which bring fearlessness. This human birth is very rare, so take the association of saintly persons and cross over this ocean of material existence. Suffering the pains of cold, heat, wind and rain, I remain sleepless day and night. I have uselessly served miserly and wicked men for a fraction of a momentary of happiness. Wealth, youth, sons and relatives, what assurance do they hold? This life is tottering like a drop of water on a lotus petal, so always serve and worship the feet of Sri Hari. Hearing, chanting, remembering, offering prayers, serving his lotus feet, engage as a servant, worshipping, serving him as a friend, and completely offering him one's very self. These 9 limbs of bhakti are Govinda Das's cherished aspiration.
Because here this is Durlabha Manava Janam. This human life is very, very rare. You have faith or not, you believe or not, this is not our subject, but this is the absolutely truth. The human life is very, very rare. That is called Durlabha. After 8.4 billion pieces, Lord mercifully gives us the human body. Why? Because only in this human body we can perform bhajan and sadhana. We can chant holy names. And with this human body, Manav Sarir, we can associate with sadhu sangha. Cats, dogs, animals, they cannot get association with sadhu. Just they always absorb in 4 things. What are the 4 things? Eating, sleeping, defending and we are human being also. We are doing also 4 things. We are not eating. We are also eating. Sleeping. We are also sleeping. Eating, sleeping. Defending. We are quarreling to each other. Sometimes we are quarreling. Or meeting. We are maintaining our families. This is the nature of the conditioned soul. But our Shastra saying, what is the difference? Human being and others, animals. Dharmai tesang adhika vishesha dharmena hina pasubhi samana. Ahara nidra vaimai tunancha samanna etat pasubhi naranam. Dharmai tesang adhika vishesha dharmena hina pasubhi samana. Eating, sleeping, defending, mating. These 4 things are common in our human life and also animals. But only one thing is different. Dharmena hina. Dharma. Dharma here means to worship to Lord. That means if you not worship to Lord, Bhagavad Pujan, or not chanting holy names, then your life is useless, nothing. Useless. So for this regard, here Govinda Das explained Durlabha Manava Janam Satsange Tara Bhava Sindhuri. You associate with sadhu and listen Hari Katha. Because only the human body, Manav Sarir, we can get association with sadhu. And this human body is called the doorway to attain to Lord. Kya bola?
This human body is the doorway to attain Lord's service.
Not other than things. Gurudev gave an example how this human body is called the door to attend to Lord. Eh? Exit. Eh? Because you are blind. You are walking, then stuck his head on the wall, then again going this way, walking, and again stuck his head. Eh? In this way, from morning to evening, he was running here then in the same. He could not find out where is the exit. You think how to do now? Where do we go? Eh? Then in the meantime, one sadhu came. Sadhu advised to him, listen, just to hold the wall and chant holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And you walk. Then automatically you realize at the end of the wall, then door will come. Then you can easy to exit what? According to the instruction of sadhu, the blind man, and he touched the wall, and walked and chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. But something miracle happened. What miracle? Every time when he used to come, and that the exit, and that time his itching come in his body. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Then he passed away the door. And again he touched the wall. And again many times, 3-4 times, he could not find out. Though he touched the wall, but every time, when he used to come that the door, then he start to scratch it. Because very difficult to tolerate. If you have some, what is called, skin disease, very happy when you are scratching, very happy. Then after 2 minutes, when the parts will come in, पर लड्डू कचौड़ी खाने में जितने आनंद नहीं है, खुजली खुजलाने में अधिक आनंद होता है. If you not happy to eat the laddu kachori, but you will be happy scratching the itch. So this miracle is coming. Every time when he used to come the exit, then he start to scratch his back and walk and wash. Then again he called Sadhu. Hey Sadhu, I could not find out where. Sadhu told, I am watching. Why? Why you took out your hand from the wall? I cannot tolerate to eat. Okay, if you eat, no, if you are scratching nobody, no problem. But we have to stop. It should do not work. Because you are walking, then you pass that the exit. So what we will do now? Sadhu again advised, okay, you chant holy names and come with. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare according to instruction of the sadhu, then that blind man, and when he came again in front of the door, then he stopped and chanting holy names. Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Then he also went out from the dasa. Actually, what is the purport teaching about this small story? This human body, this is called the door. Cats, dogs, animals cannot chant holy names. They come to get association sadhu. All we are here. No cats, no dogs, no animals coming to listen Harikatha. Who are you? You are? You are Manusya, human being. So you can listen Harikatha. You chant holy names. That means in this human body is very, very rare. So in this human body, you can get highest perfection. You attain highest perfection. How? Chanting holy name. So for this regard, here Govinda Das saying, Durlabha manava janam satsange taraha bhava sindhure. With the association sadhu and chanting holy names, then you can deliver from this ocean of so as they say, Kamala Dalajala, Kamala Dalajala, Jivana Talamala, Bhajahu, Horipada, Nitiri. Nitiri means every time, every second, every moment. Nitya. What you will do? Chant holy names. And taking shelter of Lotus feet of Sri Hari. Because you don't know. Kamala Dalajala, Jivana Talamala. The air of life. Always flickering. As like one drop of water on the petal of the water. Any time will be what? In the same way, we don't know when we give up this body. Only one person, he has guarantee, he will be staying in this material world. How many days? 7 days. Who was he? Parikshit Maharaj. Because he got cursed. The son of Rishi. Single Rishi. After 7 days, that serpent, Taksha, very deadly poison snake will bite you. Taksha will bite you, then you will die. That means 7 days you will be still. Guarantee. But we have no guarantee. Any second, any moment will be done. So what will do? Chant holy names. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. For this regard we are saying this way. Don't waste your time. Chant holy names, do bhajan and sadhana. Day and night, how many hours? 24 hours. 23 hours, 40 minutes. You can also engage your service, no problem. But only 20 minutes you engage to Lord. 10 minutes morning and 10 minutes evening. Chant holy names. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
So Sadhu Sangha, Nam Sankirtan. This is our essence of life. For this regard, Sukdev Goswami told, look how these deer, their life is successful, and how they are staying very close to Krishna. How will you sit very close to Krishna when you chanting holy names? That means you are sitting very close to Krishna. Why? Because Krishna name is non-different from Krishna. Avinnatvat nama nami. Our name and our soul different. But Krishna's name and Krishna
Nama Nami Avinnatvat Nama Nami. Then our body and name also different. Our Krishna's body name is your same. So you are chanting Krishna Nam. That means you are associated with Krishna. Then now you can maybe not understand, but one day you will understand how you are very close to Krishna. So Bhakti Siddhanta Srila Prabhupada explained, those who are chanting holy names, that means they are associated with Krishna. Krishna Sangha, Bhagavad Sangha. And you read Gurudev books, means you are associated with because if you read Chaitanya Charitamritam, who wrote Krishna Chaitanya Charitamritam? Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. You are reading Chaitanya Charitamritam, that means you associate with Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. If you read Gurudev books, means you are associated with. In the same way, if you chant holy names, means you are associated with Krishna, Krishna Sangha. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. For this regard, we are singing, Tu akela nahi pyare, Ram tera saath. You are not alone. You have Tulsidas explain, Tu akela nahi pyare, O my dear most devotee, you are not alone. Guru and Krishna always with you. How? When you chanting Krishna Nam, that means Krishna always with you. Bolo Sitaram, 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 Sitaram. Sitaram, 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 Sitaram. Oh, Jindi ke dor ko aate bina naach ke, tu
করুণাকর গোকুলারঞ্জন কানন
যশোমতিনা
Manohara
श्री श्री राधा विनोद बिहारी जीव की जय। श्री श्री गोविंद भक्ति कृष्ण गोस्वामी महाराज की भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव से नंद प्रभुपाद की भक्ति साईं महाराज की परिपालन गुरुवर्ग की हरिनाम संकीर्तन की